Good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome into 2021 opening day as the Texas Rangers play visit to the Kansas City Royals. Brady Singer getting the start for the Royals here on opening day. We're going to go ahead and start this one off. Top of the first, the former Tampa Bay Ray Nate Lowe's up at the plate as he'll swing at that one and he'll ground into a 4-6-3 double play to end the first inning. Meanwhile, the Rangers sent out Dane Dunning to get the start as Dunning would be wheeling and dealing all throughout this game as he gets Whit Merrifield down on strikes there. Now bottom of the second, Jorge Soler up at the plate. He goes down swinging on the sinker there, and then Hunter Dozier up right after him, the 0-2 pitch, and he goes down on a 3-pitch at bat. Dane Dunning would finish the game with 10 strikeouts and only 1 hit allowed. As speaking of a hit, Jonah Heim, the catcher, sends that one back up the middle, and he'll bring around Isaiah Kiner-Falefa to score as the Rangers would take an early 1-0 lead in the top of the third. Now moving on to the bottom of the same inning, Alberto Mondesi up at the plate, and he gets caught looking as Dunning paints the corners there with the fastball to end the inning. Another strikeout early on in this one. As now David Dahl up at the plate in the top of the 5th inning. He was brought in this offseason as he'll go ahead and take that one against the shift into left field, and Dunning would go all the way to second base with a lead-off double. Now later on, Jonah Heim, he had an RBI already early on in this game, and he would get another one as he sends that one into the left center field gap, and it would bring around Dahl to score, and the Rangers would take the early 2-0 lead here in the top of the 5th. Now back to Dane Dunning, bottom half of the same inning as he continues dealing, getting Hunter Dozier for his second strikeout of the day, and then Jacob Junis comes in relief for the Royals, and after an inning of relief now in the top of the 8th, Junis dealing to Jonah Heim, but Heim sends that one back up the middle into center field as he'll get on to lead off the inning. After him, Willie Calhoun comes up to the plate, and Calhoun takes that 0-1 pitch and sends it into right field as now 2 on and nobody out. And then after a Nick Solak ground out, Scott Barlow would come in to deal with Nate Lowe as now Lowe takes that 2-2 pitch, sends it into center field, and it just gets down, allowing Jonah Heim to come across and score. So now the Rangers take the 3-0 lead as then Jonathan Hernandez would come in relief for Dunning as Hernandez trying to close this one out as Mondesi the final chance as he sends that one to Nick Solak. Solak gets it, gets the out over to Nate Lowe as that would be all she wrote as the Texas Rangers come in and get the big statement win here in opening day. Already mentioned it earlier, but Dane Dunning, 7 innings pitched, 1 hit, 10 strikeouts, and then Jonah Heim 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs in this one. Willie Calhoun also went 3 for 4, even though I only showed off 1 of the hits. So a pretty good game for the team, and now let's go ahead and get into the monthly recap leading up to the MLB draft. So throughout the first 2 months of the season, we haven't been terrible. We're actually above 500, sitting here at 29-27, which is nice to see, especially because the team isn't performing exactly great. Looking at our pitchers, guys like Jonathan Hernandez, Yang, and Brett Martin have all been really good. Brett Martin has been a pleasant surprise so far through this season. Hopefully he can continue that. But then as we go down here, especially just FIP-wise, Jose Leclerc is struggling, which I mentioned this in the first episode. If he continues to struggle like he does, we're probably going to trade him. Currently has an above 4 ERA. Mike Folty has also been awful so far to start this year, and same with Kohei Arihara. So really now what you want to see from some guys who we were hoping to get a little bit of development out here. Now looking at our position players, Joey Gallo, Willie Calhoun, and Chris Davis have been awesome to start the year. Nick Solak, Charlie Kluberson, and David Dahl, all guys who I hope can just perform just a little bit better. They just need to take a very small next step. And then at the bottom here, Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, Nate Lowe, and Adolis Garcia have all been huge disappointments to start the year, and I'm really hoping that they can start to turn it around, considering that at least with Nate Lowe and Kiner-Falefa, I was hoping that these guys could be some pieces for our long-term future, but we're not going to freak out. It's the first 2 months of the season. We've got a lot more ball left to play, so we'll see how that goes. Again, as I mentioned earlier, Jose Leclerc, hopefully he can figure it out. Maybe we'll give him like another year here just because I don't really want to give up on him yet. I really want him to be good for us, but his performance does leave a lot to be desired. Now, I wanted to talk about some of the prospects that are doing really well so far to start the year. First of all, Steele Walker. He's been amazing in Double-A. He's currently one of our future left fielders, hopefully, and he's playing like it so far. Really like what he's doing. And then Josh Jung, a third baseman, hasn't gotten as many opportunities as I want him to, especially because he's one of the top prospects for our organization. So hopefully he gets a few more. I'll probably make some changes there because he's looked good in the chances he's gotten. And then I wanted to highlight Ronald Guzman because as Nate Lowe continues to struggle, there's probably a higher chance that Guzman could come up and we might even send Nate Lowe down. But regardless, that's it for this episode. In the next episode, we will be going over the MLB draft. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.